let us talk to Keith in Florida. Pronouns he, him. He wants to talk about dating as an atheist, especially with little experience dating even as a theist. Keith, you're on Secular Sexuality.
Hi, Keith.
Yeah, hello, Christy, Matt, and Rudy. I almost said Judy.
Howdy, what can we do for you?
Rudy.
Oh, goodness.
So, I was formerly religious, and I had, of course, no dating experience whatsoever while I was dating, or while I was in religion, while I was a Christian. Just any dating experience I did have was in high school, and that was like at high school.
Yeah.
And so now trying to date outside of religion, now that I've accepted that, I can date, it's really hard because the social learning that you're supposed to do as you're going through life, I just haven't been doing at all.
Yeah,
because,
I hear that. I went on my first date at about 25. So I get you.
And also, Keith, a lot of the social learning that we are supposed to do and that we generally do and that everybody does is wrong. We're teaching people the wrong lessons about gender, about dating, about everything. So you may have a slight edge in that you probably won't have some of the bad baggage that the rest of us got.
Fair to say.
Yeah, you might be better off starting from square one.
There's a reason why that old thing about, you like the girl whose hair you pull and dip into the inkwells from the, Little House on the Prairie or whatever, just to show how old I am. I used to date Laura Ingalls Wilder, I think. But that notion about the interaction the way we're supposed to have it is wrong. Not the least of which, what does something like that teach someone who's gay or bi or pan or, Plus, I'm not in favor of hitting people or hurting people and tugging on their hair unless that's what they want.
Right. Unless they consent to it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'll just recommend here that one of the biggest challenges of getting into the dating scene, I guess, if we want to frame it that way, after leaving religion, is getting away from this like Joshua Harris idea of courtship and the idea that like every time you go out on a date, it is just a like a vetting process to see if this is somebody that you want to marry or spend the rest of your life with. If you're not interested in quote casual dating and you're trying to find the one, like great, okay, that's wonderful for you. But if you go into your first date with somebody with that kind of baggage and an unwillingness to just enjoy a cup of coffee with a stranger, then I think not only are you going to miss out on a lot of good times, but you're never going to find that person that you might actually want to spend your life with.
Yeah, no, I've thoroughly abandoned that idea. I'm not sure that marriage is ever going to be for me. And if I ever do find like a long-term partner, I will probably never look at having my own children. Maybe if they really want, adopt, but
sure,
I just can't see. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm 35. It's kind of late to start that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's not right. I'm 33. I know how old I am.
That's not where I thought that was going. No, I appreciate that. And, just to echo it, to remind yourself that, you're not looking for the second date on the first date. You're just looking to enjoy the first date, and to keep that ethic up that you are there, to build relationships and all of that, but mostly to remind yourself that you just want to enjoy your time there for what it is and kind of embrace the impermanence of any sort of dating situation while also, being mindful of whether or not you enjoy their company. I think so often we get into this dating worldview that we need to like impress somebody and win them over and got to get that phone number, got to get that second date, when we don't really take the time to ask ourselves, like, do I even want to call that person? Is this somebody I would want to see a second time? So yeah, those are my two, I guess, intro tips. What do y'all have for Keith?
Yeah. I've heard that phrased other ways where sometimes people are in love with the idea of being in love. They're more in love with the idea of this than they are with the person. And that applies to dating even before you go dropping a love word or anything else. You're at that point perhaps more interested in having someone to date than the person you're dating.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to ask yourself those questions.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of advice in this area because literally I broke up with the two people that I was dating when I left religion, and then a week later I met the person that I'm engaged to. So I didn't have to be out in the dating scene for very long. I tell people like, yes, I'm a I'm a Tinder success story. Literally the first person that I met on Tinder. I don't have any explanation for how the hell that happened, but I will say that
such bad news for their advertisers, Rudy. You're ruining their algorithm.
But
Tinder, where you only have to swipe once.
Okay, well, I didn't swipe once. I was swiping all day, but then one of the like two people that actually started a conversation with me. But what made our first date good, I think, as far as getting into the dating scene and first dates go, is that I don't remember now if it was Matt or Christy who said this, but I don't think either of us were trying too hard to impress each other. We were just like, we were hanging out. We were like, we seem to have similar tastes, so let's just do things that we enjoy. And if this goes to a romantical kind of place, great. If not, we still had a good time. Mm-hmm. Like, not putting it in your head that it has to go a certain way. You have to make things happen a certain way. Otherwise, it was a failure. Like, there's no fail in dating unless you had a very specific goal in mind. Yeah. You know, and that's not what happens. If your goal is just to go there and have a good time and see how it pans out, then unless the person you go out with is truly unpleasant, it, you know, probably will be fine.
I think every relationship I've had, every dating, and some of them was just, you know, we dated for a week, we dated for a couple of weeks, we dated for months, whatever. That since I've actually been dating again after the divorce is this. All of them knew the same thing at the very beginning. I only care about be honest, don't violate my trust, and have fun. That's it. That's all I wanted in any of the dating. It doesn't have to be a big thing. I didn't put boundaries on it. Almost everybody I dated was poly, even though I'm not. I don't have a problem with the notion that my partner has other partners. I'm in a completely monogamous relationship now, and that's perfect for me and her and us. But every time I started out a new relationship with somebody, it was, I needed to be very clear. Don't violate my trust. Be honest. I will be honest, and let's have fun. And let's, if it turns out we're not enjoying this, then we should break up and we should just do it like adults and stay friends and whatever else. And with only like two minor exceptions, it's been fine. Mm-hmm. With granted, I'm a bad person to ask because I haven't dated too many people. I don't care about dating too much. I'm in a stable relationship now. All I know is that the steps that I had to take to get from there to here, but I don't know that my story is remotely relevant to Keith's position, other than I can say what I said, which is you probably don't have some of the baggage that others of us may have.
Sure.
And you need to do exactly what you're comfortable with. And I think that if you go into it honest with yourself and whoever you're dating about what you are or aren't looking for. Hey, I'm just looking for one night. Hey, I'm just looking for somebody to talk to. Hey, I'm just looking to not be alone during COVID. Hey, you're going to find that there are people who want those same things. And from there, you can get maybe a friendship or a romantic relationship that lasts forever. The plenty of fish thing. I can't tell you the number of times I've woke up and said, well, you're going to be alone for the rest of your life, only to have it not be true by the end of the day, even though I wasn't, anticipating anything. And that's, don't give up. Put yourself out there and take it as it comes. I think you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. So I hope that gives you something to work with here.
Yeah, thank you for the advice. I'll definitely keep that in mind. I wish I could put it to more active use, but there's a pandemic right now.
Yeah, well, stay safe and good luck, I suppose.
Yeah, have a good
Y'all
Yep.
take care.